Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of SLP TV. There's a couple things I'd like to talk about today. Might be a little bit confusion on whether I'm political or not. I'm starting to think maybe I am a little political. I don't know enough about it to give every idea, the perfect attention that it deserves, because I just don't know about these people. I know from all of our history and everything I've constantly been hearing that I do not trust politicians at all. I do not trust politicians. President Trump, who thought that would happen? It's a rich man's game. You basically have to be rich to be in Congress. I mean, I don't know any congressman that's not rich. Why do you have to be rich to be in Congress? All right, they can say, "Oh, I'm not going to take pay today to, be in line with the federal workers that are off work because of the government shutdown." Dude, you got millions of dollars in your bank account. Of course, you can say you're not going to get paid today. It's chump change to you. But that's neither here nor there. That and one or two other things I want to speak about. In February 2017, Forbes magazine reported that Ross, this is Wilbur Ross, and I'll explain who he is in a minute, has a net worth of $2.5 billion. Oh, he's hurting. However, financial disclosure forms Ross filed after his nomination for Secretary of Commerce showed less than $700 million in assets, and Forbes removed him from their billionaires list in November 2017. My heart bleeds for the guy. He's not a billionaire, but he's a multi-millionaire. I'm so sorry for him. Man, he's hurting. Okay, why do I bring him up? Wilbur Lewis Ross Jr. is an American investor and the current United States Secretary of Commerce. On November 30th, 2016, then President-elect Donald Trump announced that he would nominate Ross for that post. On February 27, 2017, the Senate confirmed him in a 72-27 vote. He was sworn into office on February 28, 2017, and that's from Wikipedia. He was born in 1937, so yeah, he's been around a while, 81 years old, in Weehawken, New Jersey. Nationality, American. Party, Republican. Spouse, he's been married at least 3 times. All right, most of us have. I'm sure he can afford it. Yale University, Harvard Business School, Harvard University, Xavier High School. Children, Amanda Ross. He's got 1 child. So he's not really paying for much, is he? We all know that children are expensive, especially when they think you have a lot of money. Apparently I have one that thinks I'm rich. But that's a story for another time. All right. Wilbur Ross. WILBUR-ROSS. Now here is the reason I bring him up. Obviously, he's ticking a lot of people off. From CNN.com is where we're getting most of this. Wilbur Ross doesn't, and they put it in quotes, quite understand, end quote, why furloughed workers are going to homeless shelters to get food. Alright, Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross says he doesn't really quite understand why federal workers who have missed paychecks due to the partial government shutdown. By the way, we don't have a Federal Trade Commission either while it's shut down, so anybody that has to make reports can't do it. Don't just take out loans to cover the gap. Alright, first of all, multi-millionaire. Check myself on that. Since you're hurting so bad, maybe these people are not multi-millionaires. Maybe these people are living check to check. Not all federal government workers are Congress people that have millions of dollars in the bank. Okay? So asking them to go take loans, why are they in homeless shelters seeking food? Maybe they live check to check and they don't have all that money in the bank like you do. Okay? And as for you, Donald Trump, I'm trying my best not to hate you. I'm pretty sure there's got to be something behind your craziness. Okay, fine. Build the wall. But don't make people lose, homes and food in the process. Turn the switch, turn the government back on, get people back to work. Give them their money. If the government's shut down, why don't you just give them their money instead of holding it until the government's turned back on? It's ridiculous. Why let people go a month, 2 months, or however long this is going to go without money or food? Freaking idiots. I just thank God the little work that I'm able to do isn't governed by the freaking federal government, or else I'd be at a homeless shelter. But anyway, that's my rant about that. Multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires, stop griping about the people that are hurting. You're obviously not hurting that bad. If they need to go to a homeless shelter to get food, lay off them. It's not your freaking business. Actually, it is your freaking business. Why don't you get government open back up again? All right, enough of that. One of the last points I want to bring up is I just recently served for jury duty the first day, and I wasn't chosen for jury duty, but this is my first time actually doing jury duty, and it's just something I gotta address. When you get a jury summons, you have to show up, and you have to be there all freaking day. Which, don't get me wrong, some of that stuff's actually interesting, but some people have jobs that they cannot take off of, and you keep them there like 12 hours. I think it was like 12 hours I was there. I was there from, I think my show time was around 8 in the morning or something like that. I don't have the paperwork here. Yeah, I do. Let's see here. 8:30 a.m. I didn't get off till like 7 or 8. Somewhere between 7 and 8. That's damn near 12 hours. Parking, the cheap parking, cost $10. The other parking that was closer to the building was $20. And they broke it down in by minutes. Like if you're there for 5 minutes, it's like $10, $15. I'd have to read the sign again, but 45 minutes to a whole day, it's $20. So that little breakdown is a bunch of crap. For that covered parking next to Tarrant County. Anyway, $6. $6 whopping dollars in a check that might break the bank when you cash it for nearly or at least 12 hours in a courtroom. Don't get me wrong, the judge was pleasant. Most of them people in there were pleasant. But there are people there that have to be at work. They probably, hey, Mr. Wilbur, live check to check and they can't take off of work. And then you're talking about furloughed people for 30 days, 32, 33, what day is this? 33, 34? That aren't getting paid. There are people that if they miss one day of pay because they're living so tight with their money, they're having a hard time. But you're going to tell them if they don't show up, they're going to go to jail? A bench warrant for their arrest? Seriously? If you do not respond online, please report on the date and time listed below. Reading front and back of the summons. Let's see where it says it. There is some free parking, but it's way away from the building. You have to take a bus. So crazy. Alright, warning. Okay, no. Penalty for failure to respond to a jury summons. In addition to any criminal penalty prescribed by law, a person summoned for jury service who does not comply with the summons as required by law, or who knowingly provides false information in a request for an exemption, or to be excused from jury service, is subject to a contempt action punishable by a fine of no less than $100 nor more than $1,000. Keep it in mind, you're paying them $6 to be there all day, but if they're not there, you're going to charge them up to $1,000? How is that fair? Some of these people have to work. That's my rant on jury duty. Not that I wouldn't mind doing jury duty. It's our duty, but you have to remember, you're paying chump change. You're a freaking state or federal government. Just like this furlough, it's unfair and not right. You make people show up there, but then you tell them you're going to pay them $6 whopping for the first day, maybe 40 or 50 each day that they're there if they get chosen. That is horse crap. Look after your people a little bit better than that. Anyway, that's all I've got for the day. I'll see you guys on the next video.